Hello everybody! Today we're working on a little more Bolero to go with our drill from a couple weeks ago. So today we're working on a couple of things similar to our cha-cha actually, kind of working on these moves that pass through each other, what our footwork's going to be like, but the big thing actually is rotation, right? How we can actually use rotation to kind of get into out of pretty much every move in Bolero, okay? So we'll do a quick show of the combo, and then we'll break it down a little bit, okay? Those of you who've done some cha-cha might kind of recognize some of these moves. First of all, we talked about rotation a little bit, and notice how, all you guys are rotating all your dances now, which is good, way more fun. So something you notice though with Bolero, partly because it's so long, so stretchy, all that kind of stuff, I'm really trying to rotate so much that it almost feels like a cross-body lead once I send Melifolla out. So compared, let's just kind of like see a bad example. If I don't do any rotation whatsoever, Melifolla actually has to do a lot to get away from me, which is not very fair or fun. But if I can use that momentum to actually help her around, it's pretty crazy the amount less work you have to do. So for leaders, one little kind of tip or thing to think about for that, connection is super important in Bolero. So especially as I'm going for any sort of like separation break or side pass or anything I'm about to do, I really need to like make this left arm nice and strong, kind of give followers something to actually work off of. Because if I'm just kind of moving my body or something without actually giving any like strong signal, it's gonna feel really like you're kind of working against each other, or at the very least you're gonna be, yeah, like fighting. Or at the very least it's gonna feel very like off rhythm and disconnected. So okay, so one more time. Just from that.
And ladies, when I step to my right, I don't usually go straight to the right. I'm actually slightly forward and towards my partner. There is body contact in Bolero, so I'm working into his body on that right step particularly. It's almost, it's a diagonal forward step really for me. And that sets me up for the rotation there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to if I go straight side or worse, even slightly away, then you'll feel too much space from your partner and it's harder to get around him on the rotation.
Yeah, and one last kind of comment, since also we're all working on Bolero, notice how as we're taking those steps, that back rock is almost in place. So I'm not really trying to like pull back and then send out. That's super comfortable. Instead, all I'm trying to do is change that direction. So I'm pretty much just replacing and then sending back out again. Right, something we've kind of talked about at some point with everybody. But just that sense of, like that first step is going to be way, way bigger than most of the other ones in general. But don't worry about trying to back rock at this level for you guys. Instead, think energy, momentum, where we're actually trying to get partner to go. And as a last comment, because again, you all know about rise and fall Bolero. Notice how it's way easier to make that happen if we just stand up straight. Literally, if I just stand up straight, all of a sudden my feet are closed, so I have to kind of think about like, oh yes, I'm putting my foot there and there. So literally just standing up tall in Bolero is going to make all this easier. Okay, so one more time from the top part. We've got our crossovers. The first two are going to be normal. Though notice how that back step is actually back. Yes, we're trying to, like I said, make that momentum work with us. Once we get here, yes, notice how I'm throwing this arm out pretty soon. I don't want to stay there too long. I want to make it really nice and obvious what direction we're trying to go. And just like in cha-cha and things, that last turn is more just to kind of like go back to normal, go back to simple stuff, okay? So, okay, So the main kind of part we want to think about though is our side passes and the kind of footwork involved in that. Okay. So real quick, show the footwork. Let's just break down just that next section. Okay. So the side pass is the same as in cha-cha. There's a couple kind of parts. One, as we're making this big step, notice how much space I'm actually creating, right? We're trying to actually make some space so we can move each other around. If I'm still kind of in the way, Melifolla is not really going to want to go that way, right? I'm kind of blocking the path. I'm trying to give as much space as I can, and trying to get back to that space, right? So I can take this that way. So the leader is actually going to stretch a lot for this. I kind of think the follower, I feel like moves a lot in Bolero. We both do, but a lot of moves, the leader's just kind of getting out of the way and prepping that energy, the momentum we talked about for the last one. Okay, so one more time. If we were to take it from half a basic, so like I said, I'm going to use that rotation to help separate yan, san, san. It's going to feel almost like a crossbody lead. As we go here, I'm trying to make space, and then change that space, and then make space again. So one more time, space, whip her through, and then reconnect again. Okay? All right. So if we're doing a double turn, just like in cha-cha, we have to add a little momentum, actually kind of like help the follower around. So the follower footwork is going to change, the timing is going to change for this one though. So if we go into it, it's the exact same prep, same footwork for the leader. All I'm doing is changing the kind of momentum that I'm giving with the turn itself. So quick, quick, slow. Then we've got quick and slow. My bad. That was my bad, you guys. Overthinking that one. Would you mind saying the followers' timing?
Yes.
So Melifolla with the followers' timing. Leaders, just check out my normal quick, slow timing. Yeah.
Quick, slow. Quick and slow. Quick.
Slow. Just like that. So the tricky part of this, leaders, it's actually sometimes harder to do nothing than it is to do something in dance. All that I'm really doing with this is waiting for the follower to finish this turn. I literally have my right foot ready to go, so I can kind of catch up with the last points. This is a great example of just like adding that extra momentum is not really going to help if the follower's not on the right foot, if the follower doesn't have a chance to actually do the right kind of steps. So really like, I kind of think of it as I'm starting the turn, but the follower's really finishing the turn. They're the one actually kind of completing it in the ends. Once we give that little momentum, they can take over.
Exactly. Once it'll start feeling like a regular underarm pass, but the second we feel that zip to do another turn, I'm gonna take it and run with it and he's not gonna step forward until I'm facing and I'm ready to step back there.
Yeah.
The footwork is the same as the cha-cha double turn underarm pass that we did in the other video, where I'm doing the same, pick up a little, 3, 4, slow, quick, spiral, quick, and quick, then I'm ready to go back again on the left foot, slow. So closing on the and, just like in the cha-cha, it's really is the same footwork. The style is what's different. By style, I mean whether I'm straight-legged or softening in the legs. So in Bolero, I drop on the 3, usually with my feet closed, because I just stood up, so I'm gonna drop and go forward. I can stand up again, but then during my spins, I might be a little bit more soft in the knees. You can do it straight leg. You'll see it done both ways on the competition floor too. I think standing up while spinning is easier for balance personally, but if I'm doing a slow regular turn like we did at the end of the crossovers earlier, dropping there, especially because you have more time. So if it's a slower turn and I have more time, I'm more likely to drop. If it's a faster turn, I'm more likely to stand up, so it's easier for me to close my feet.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so should I take it from the top one more time?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got on the slower sides, ready and slow, quick, crossover 1, quick, crossover 2, yan, san, we got throwaway, yan, san, we're gonna catch, yan, done, yan. Now we got our big rotation, yan, done, yan, yan, done. We separate, yan, done. Normal turn, yan, done, yan. Now we got our double turn, quick, quick, slow, quick and slow, quick, quick, slow, yan, yan, yan. Okay? Just like that. So for your guys on practice, there we go. For you guys on practice, think just like we were saying last time with our last Bolero drill of really kind of rotating into and out of those, you're gonna feel it's way, way more comfortable. Here's the difference, really get your body into this, right? Bolero is all about body work. If I link everything too much and don't actually rotate into it, it's gonna feel really sudden. Yan, zun, zun. We don't really want that feel in Bolero. We want to be kind of rotating into and out of these things. So notice how much both Melifolla and I's top half really, we take that step and we're already starting to curve into it. Yan, curving out of it. Yan, the whole way through. So that little bit of kind of CBM in general throughout this dance is going to make everything so much more comfortable and look way better. Okay? All right, happy dance.